Spiritual Teaching 260. Love each other. 1. You return at this time to the Master to listen to the new lesson, to pick up the sheet of my doctrine that you had forgotten and seek the book of my revelations that men had hidden from you. 2. I have come to open another chapter of the book of life, the sixth seal, which contains infinite wisdom, which is what I am revealing in a simple and understandable way. This revelation clarifies for you the mysteries in which you could not penetrate. 3. The sixth seal is fully open and its pages one after another. I am showing them to your eyes. 4. When your preparation for hearing me has been great, you have always reached great divine manifestations. You are the heirs of the book of wisdom, so if you prepare, the contents of the sixth seal will be poured out on you so that you may be the witness that affirms that the voice that he heard was my voice and that you bear witness to it with your works. 5. If the Father did not make himself known to his children, could he expect perfect understanding and love from them? Remember how from time to time I have manifested my lessons before your spirit, with increasing simplicity. 6. I have to tell you that although living in the time of the Holy Spirit, you still do not know me fully. You do not have a perfect idea of what I am, nor have you understood what I have revealed to you. But your love will take you to the end of the day, encouraged by my word as Master. 7. You come walking through the spiritual desert. You are illuminated by the light of a divine beacon. It is not the burning sands that are burning your feet, nor the rays of the sun wounding your temple. It is not the shortage of water and bread that martyrdom and yet the life you go through, with its sacrifices, its needs and vicissitudes, are also a desert through which you are walking slowly, but with the firm hope of reaching the kingdom of peace. 8. Elijah is the guide, the one who at this time walks in front of the people, pointing out the way and encouraging them in the fight. 9. This journey will leave advancement and improvement in your spirit, but recognize that if in the first era you were infants, in the second you were disciples, and at this time you are receiving the preparation to become teachers. You must be alert because men will get up to scrutinize my work, which some will consider scientific. So you will make it known as the spiritual doctrine that will transform the world, and you will bear witness to it with your works of love for your brothers. 10. It is not that it comes against the science of man, since science is to know knowledge, light. My teaching is above all human knowledge. On my word, I come to tell you about the Spirit, the knowledge of the spiritual, the divine, the knowledge of a higher life, which is far beyond all that is substance and matter. Truly I tell you, the science that men have developed for the benefit of humanity. I bless you. 11. This is the time when much will be said about spirit and science. Science is not only the privilege of those who prepare materially to study it, because it is light that springs from the Spirit, which receives it from God. 14. I find you able to understand my teaching and penetrate its secrets. By means of material science you have come to know the laws that govern creation, laws that are condensed in your own body. And when you have come to know what was once a mystery to you, you have realized that you are before the thresholds of the hereafter, where you have touched the heart of the Father, who tries at every moment to communicate with you. What can you ignore knowing my doctrine? 15. That is why I tell you that my teaching gives you superior knowledge, which will prevent your heart from wavering in the presence of the wise men of this world. 16. For you to understand the meaning or significance of any event in nature or in your life, you will not have to resort to science books. It will be enough for you to prepare your understanding and cleanse your heart, so that my inspiration flows from your lips. 17. My love for you is so great that being so small I came to offer you my kingdom, and I descended to you to give you my blood. 18. This people that I am teaching will not be bigger than the others, but will be more responsible because I have deposited what I have revealed to you. Your mission is to share with others what you have and make them equal to you, so that having been the first to receive, you know to be the last out of humility. Do not fear that those who come after you will achieve greater advances. The more you give, the more your knowledge will grow. On the other hand, if of what you have received from the Father, you gave nothing, your spirit will be naked, your heart empty, and your hands without power. You will have lost the treasure, and the book will have been closed. Your mouth will be silent to speak of spiritual lessons, and you will lose the balm that I have entrusted to you. 19. Your mission among humanity is one of peace and love. That mission brought your spirit from the first era, that in which you were the beginners of my law, in which I took you as instruments to give lessons and examples to the men of all times. In the second, you were the disciples of Christ, since from my lips you heard what the 12 apostles listened and spread the word so that the entire people could be a witness. That is why after my departure many disciples of Christ were martyrs. 20. People. In this time when I come as the Holy Spirit, I will leave you prepared as teachers, ready for the direct communication with my divinity. 21. Multitude of human creatures, they will not listen to me through the understanding of man, but they will receive from you my teaching. The moment is coming when I will retain this way of giving you my word in this world forever, and many peoples who did not hear me will hear me through you. Now my pact with you will not be with my blood, but with my light. 22. You will not have to ask men what to do, nor waver or be silent at their questions. You carry inwardly the Master who will speak and inspire you. Your prayer will become strong and powerful enough to do prodigies. 23. See how the world before its great tribulations meditates on the promises that Christ made in the second era to return among mankind, and study the prophets of the early days, hoping that events that surround this era are the indication of my next arrival. 24. If, being within my work, you feel inferior and despicable before your brothers, they will call you clumsy and ignorant. 25. It is only a form of expression that I use when I tell you that I communicate through an ignorant person, because a brain that lets my inspiration pass reveals light in the spirit, and light is wisdom. 26. Again I say to you, fight, because while the spirit is in the path of evolution, you will be exposed to temptations. That is why I teach you and give you fortitude, so that you overcome evil inclinations. If your spirit is strong, it will give strength to the mind and a firm will to the heart to overcome the desires of the flesh. When man lacks light, his spirit does not evolve. Then all vicissitudes have a strong impact on his heart, and it is like a shipwreck in the middle of the storm. 27. When man is spiritually prepared, it is as if he wears an invulnerable armor against the snares of temptation. 28. I have revealed these teachings to you so that when for a moment you fall or stumble on the road, acknowledge your fault and seek again the path of amendment. 29. If you behave with humility, your spiritual wealth will increase in the life that awaits you. Then you will get peace that will give you the most beautiful feeling of your existence, and the desire to serve the Father will be born in your spirit. Being a faithful guardian of everything created by me, being a consolation for those who suffer, and peace for those who have no peace. 30. It is not only my word that announces my presence to you in these moments. It is your own spirit that feels me deeply in the midst of this peace that I come to give you. 31. The Master is with you. Your spirit has sat before my heavenly table. Truly I tell you that at this table there are no places of preference. They are all the same because they are within my charity. 32. My love infiltrates your being so that you come to love your fellow men as I love you, and so that in your heart does not exist first or last places. If you had already risen up in pursuit of the nations, of the regions and the villages, you would find a humanity without love, without charity. You would find everywhere pain and misery. Everywhere you would find a suitable land to sow my seed. 33. Humanity feels my presence without knowing in what way I have come to communicate. And in its prayer anguish she tells me that only my blood can save them, that if I come to give him my bread, he will not perish of hunger and thirst of love, and that only my light will solve your conflicts. Her sorrowful and desperate voice asks me, why don't you come? Why don't you approach the one who calls you and invokes you in her pain? 34. They do not know that there are those who are listening to me day after day, and receiving the presence of my Spirit, that with his grace turns outcasts into servants of the divine. 35. If they knew that I was about to leave, they would judge you severely as ungrateful for your indifference to his need for comfort, for a spiritual word, for a ray of light. 36. Now I prepare you for after my departure, so that you remain united despite the vicissitudes, because the word will continue to vibrate spiritually in you, because I will continue to reveal great inspirations. When you meet to talk about spiritual manifestations, you will receive divine inspirations from me, and you will feel in those moments the warmth of the Master and the sweet weight of his hand that rests on your head. Then it will seem to you to hear a pleasant and dear voice that will give you my peace. 37. I give you a drop of balm, so that when you are persecuted, you may perform miracles of healing among humanity, because in great epidemics, when strange and unknown diseases arise for science, the power of my disciples will be manifested. 38. I entrust you with a key with which you will open the most moldy lock, that is, the most reluctant heart, and you will open even prison doors to free the innocent and save the guilty. You will always walk with peace and confidence in me, because wherever you go you will be protected by my angels. They will join your fulfillment, and they will accompany homes, hospitals, prisons, fields of discord and war, wherever you go to deposit my seed. 39. Then the light of the sixth seal will shine with force, which will be like a universal torch whose rays will be seen by all, and the name of my doctrine will emerge among humanity. 40. This piece of earth where in this time I have manifested will be a reflection of the New Jerusalem, which will open its 12 doors to give access to outsiders who will arrive in caravans asking, where was the Master at this time? To ask for testimony of the miracles he did and the tests he gave, to study his word and observe those who were his disciples. Many will bring the scriptures with the prophecies of the times past to confirm if I was really among you. 41. Of my disciples, some will remain where they are now, but others will have to get up in search of other lands, and they on their way of apostles and missionaries will contemplate the battlefields where extermination and death have left their mark. They will see the dead cities, the rubble and the misery. Then it will be the struggle to return the dead to the life of faith, of light, of love. But if men doubted of the veracity of my peasants, I will perform miracles through them, and the unbelievers will be converted. Cry, and on the hearts of these envoys the multitudes will vent their pain. 42. You do not know to whom you will then be called and received, but wherever you go and to whom you will present, you will always speak clothed in humility and meekness. You will explain the law, the revelations and teachings of past times, and what in this time has been revealed by the Holy Spirit. You will speak in figurative sense, but you will know how to explain my metaphors and parables, so that men understand. Children, wake up, and the elders do not break your understanding. 43. Those who convert to this word will join the peasants and will rise up conquering hearts and spirits for me. 44. The fight will be intense but fruitful, because before this, the pain will have fertilized the hearts. 45. Here are the changes that will be verified because of my doctrine. 46. Material power will be annihilated, science confused, pride humiliated, and passions retained. 47. The spirit of humanity that is already developed by its evolution will soon understand, and he will assimilate the revelations of my doctrine. Behind materialism, interests, and vanities, there is the spirit that is waiting for my arrival. 48. See to it that the seed you are going to sow is pure as I have entrusted it to you. 49. You will find men who think differently from you, who feel and live differently, and who also in its customs, its conditions, its laws, its doctrines, and its rites have deep roots in its heart. 50. You will be witnesses of the struggles of ideas and doctrines, some adhering in part to my law, others departing by full of these principles. I will allow you to face each other and fight. 51. In this contest you will see the great religions use more of force and injustice than of love and charity. You will see their ambitions to absorb the weak. 52. The defeat will be in all because the truth has its own weapons to defend itself that are within the same truth. And when the question arises from men, where is the truth? You will answer, in love. 53. Disciples, your rejoicing is great because you still have my word among you, this word that has given life, which has sustained you in the hours of trial, and which has nourished you, at the contact of which you have seen close your wounds and transform your life. 54. How many material ambitions died in your heart, to the great rejoicing of your spirit that saw the opportunity to take advantage of life doing good works with spiritual seed. You turn your eyes to the past, judging how you were yesterday and how you are now. You notice the spiritual progress you have had, and you thank me from the depths of your being. 55. When you have been absent, I have gently corrected you without giving yourself away to others, because I don't want the world to see his defects among you and correct you. The world is cruel, and in its justice there is no mercy. 56. Let my spiritual world correct you. They are your best friends. They are your brothers in the love, those who do not publish their works of charity. From how many abysses and dangers have they saved you? From how many evil determinations have made you desist? How many times have your lips sealed so that the violence of your heart will not overflow with words that could be a sentence for yourselves? When you have failed in a bad company that you thought was good, they have then set the right path for you. They are tireless by your side as nurses and as protectors. They will also stop communicating when I stop talking to you. But do not forget about those beings of all charity, because they will be very close to you and they will continue to help you. 57. Not because I stop talking to you and my spiritual world also, my work will have finished. On the contrary, the time of perfect communication with the Father will begin, in which you will listen to his voice spiritually. 58. My word will not be heard as Moses heard it on Sinai, materialized in the thunder of the storm, nor humanized as in the second era on the lips of Jesus, nor through human spokesmen such as you heard from the Holy Spirit at this time. Everyone who prepares will achieve spirit communication from spirit to spirit, which will not be the privilege of only some. 59. It is the most natural thing that spirits know how to communicate and know the language of the spirit from which they sprang. 60. Spirituality will bring the awakening of dormant gifts or faculties and the sensitivity of all fibers from the heart. 61. My presence will be palpable. When you speak of my work, you will be inspired by me, and you will speak with phrases of immense wisdom that surprise even men of much knowledge. Those who make a breakthrough in this communication, they will receive not only words, phrases, or ideas, but lessons full of perfection. Your hands may be like those of the golden pen's writing, like that of John the Apostle under the inspiration of the Holy Spirit. 62. When you find yourself surrounded by unbelievers, scribes, and priests, and you feel filled with my Spirit, do not tell no one that it is the Father who speaks through your mouth, but I will be speaking to humanity through you. In this communication you will have your eyes open, and your spirit ecstatic, marveling at what the lips are revealing in that instant. 63. The gift of prophecy through clairvoyance will also be unleashed and will uncover unrevealed mysteries, and you will see the future. But the seer will never be judge or informer of his brothers. 64. That will be the communication from spirit to spirit in some ways. So I tell you again that in 1950, when my word between you ceases, my work will not be finished, will follow his destiny, his mission throughout the universe. 65. You will prepare yourselves, and whenever you are gathered either in these enclosures, in your homes, or in the valleys, there, in those meetings, you will spiritually feel my presence. 66. But watch, because the false disciples will also appear, proclaiming that they communicate directly with the Father, and they will transmit false orders and inspirations. I have taught you to distinguish truth from imposture, to know the tree by its fruit. 67. I will test each other, and you will see the true disciples come out ahead by faith, and the false ones fall by their weakness. 68. When I am giving my last lesson, you will see sad those who did not take advantage of my teachings, and in those who understand the meaning of my departure, I will see satisfaction for their advancement. 69. I will leave you as a scale to reach me, prayer, not the one of the lips, nor those that you say with songs, but that which is impregnated with pure thoughts and noble feelings. 70. If you get to be fought by these activities, do not fear. If you are judged because you do not bow down before altars and images, do not fear either. Your moment will come to speak, and you will convince with the truth. You will show that your worship is neither public nor ostentatious, but interior and spiritual. They will look for errors in all these men, and they won't find them. 71. Be firm, and you will see the idolaters admitting their error and destroying their idols with their own hands. 72. Truly I tell you, that the heavens and the earth will pass before the fulfilling of my word can pass. My peace be with you.